Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to help you cut through the noise, get straight to the core insights on big topics without you having to do all the heavy lifting yourself. Today, we are diving headfirst into Minecraft. We're calling this the mid-2025 drop, basically looking at some key recent updates. And we've pulled together some really great material. We've got bits from the Copper Golem Returns, that's the Spawn Chunks 357. Also, Minecraft Shelf Life, new shelf block and dice sprites from Spawn Chunks 360, and then Bundles of Bravery in Java 1.2 1.3 hotfix from Redstone Weekly's latest update. So, yeah, our job is to boil this down for you, get you the essentials.
Exactly. And we're not just going to list what changed. We want to explore, why it matters, what does it signal for Minecraft, for the players, the community. It's about seeing how these individual pieces fit into that bigger picture of how the game keeps evolving.
Right. Okay, let's get into it then. Starting with something that, well, it definitely got people talking. The Copper Golem. The Spawn Chunks 357 really focused on its latest reveal. I mean, it's kind of surprising to see it actually back, isn't it? What do you think was the tipping point for Mojang to finally bring this specific mob in now, after all this time?
Well, what's really fascinating here, I think, isn't just that the Golem is back, but why now? The Spawn Chunks guys, they're always great at digging into that community feedback side, the snapshots. And this feels like more than just them, responding to a recent poll. It feels like a nod to years of the community really wanting this. Remember the whole mob vote drama? This could suggest they're looking more seriously at those long-term fan ideas that maybe got shelved before. It shows they're truly listening to what players have been asking for.
That's a really good point, that persistence from the community paying off. And speaking of responsiveness, that seems to connect to some of the more, let's say, practical things too, like the new shelf block and the updated dice sprites. Spawn Chunks 360 covered those, looking at the Bedrock preview. They seem subtle, but really useful additions.
Oh, they absolutely are. Don't underestimate these small updates. They can be huge wins for just playing the game, for creativity. Take that shelf block. It's not just another decorative block, right? It finally gives builders a proper, stackable way to display items. Imagine showing off enchanted gear, rare finds, potions, instead of just hiding them in chests. It opens up whole new design possibilities, really changes how you might set up a room.
Yeah, I can see that. Finally, a proper trophy case or something.
Exactly. And the die sprites, that's more about visual polish, making things look cleaner, more consistent. These kinds of small tweaks, these aesthetic updates, they genuinely make the game feel better, more polished. It's that attention to detail that keeps things feeling, fresh after all these years.
Makes sense. Okay, so let's shift gears a little. Redstone Weekly, they're usually super quick with the new news stuff. They mention Bundles of Bravery and also the Java 1.2 1.3 hotfix. Now, a hotfix, honestly, it sounds a bit dry. Is it just bug squashing, or is there more to it?
That's a great question because a hotfix like 1.2, 1.3 might sound boring, but it's actually incredibly important, critical even. It's not about adding cool new features. It's about Mojang reacting fast to serious bugs, things that could crash your game, mess up your world, break stuff that just got added. So releasing it quickly shows they've got a solid process for fixing urgent problems. It maintains stability, player trust. It tells us they're, on top of things.
Okay, so it's about keeping the game playable, basically. Less glamorous, but necessary.
Precisely. And as for Bundles of Bravery, well, Redstone Weekly focuses on those quick drops, right? So while they didn't spell out the details, it's likely some kind of smaller content pack, maybe cosmetics, a little challenge, something to keep players engaged between the really big updates. Redstone Weekly is fantastic for catching those immediate Monday releases.
Right, keeping the momentum going. So, okay, let's try and pull this all together then. We've got a fan favorite mob making a comeback. We have practical blocks and visual improvements, and then these essential technical fixes. It seems like quite a mix. What does this tell us about Mojang's overall direction for Minecraft, say, in mid-2025?
I think it paints a pretty clear picture, actually. It shows the strategy of continuous iterative development. They're balancing the big, exciting stuff like the Copper Golem finally arriving with the essential maintenance, the quality of life tweaks, the stability fixes. It shows they're trying to be ambitious, but also really responsive to what the game needs and what the players are saying day to day.
And it sounds like the different podcasts we mentioned, they each offer a slightly different window onto that strategy.
Absolutely. The whole Minecraft podcast scene is, well, it's really vibrant, isn't it? You've got shows like the Spawn Chunks doing those really deep dives, analyzing features, gathering community thoughts on things like the shelf block or the Golem, super detailed. Then you have Redstone Weekly, perfect for getting that immediate news out, the hot fixes, the small drops, bang, every Monday. And there are others too, like the Withering Effect, mixing news with gameplay stories, even theory crafting. Each plays a slightly different role, but together they really highlight just how much is constantly happening with Minecraft and how invested the community is in all of it.
Okay, so let's wrap up this deep dive into what's happening with Minecraft around mid-2025. The key takeaways. The long-awaited copper golem is back on the scene. We've got that useful new shelf block and the slicker dice sprites, plus whatever bundles of bravery turn out to be, and that really important Java 1.2, 1.3 hotfix for stability. Hopefully you feel pretty up to speed now.
Yeah, and maybe it prompts us to think a bit more broadly,
Yeah.
how do all these updates, even the seemingly small ones, add up? How do they contribute to the long life and evolution of a game as massive as Minecraft? What does this mix of creativity-focused additions and stability fixes tell us about what the developers are prioritizing for the future?
It's about both, isn't it? Player expression and a solid foundation.
That is a great thought to end on. And for you listening, building on what we've discussed, what other maybe subtle changes or trends have you noticed in your own Minecraft worlds lately? Worth thinking about. We hope you enjoyed exploring these updates with us today on the Deep Dive.